Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Kristy again on another video for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery to do with Summer Wildflowers. So my thing is, make sure that's it. My thing is I want to show you, I've just got my laptop over there on the left, and so I can see what I'm doing. Corinne suggested it on her channel on a TV, but I've decided to get my laptop so I can make sure that I'm in view, which is really good. And I can see how long I've been on without having to get up, look at the iPad. All right, so what I've done here is I've just got a piece of lovely sort of wildflower fabric and stitched that down with little stitches in between. I'm just about to go out, so I have to make this a short video, and then I'll come back with another video. And what I've done, and then this is a piece of Liberty fabric, and I've just did running stitch around the edge, and then what I did was a bit of a fence across there, which I got the idea from my friend Robin, who's on Instagram, and I just used, I used DMC cotton in this colour here. And so that's just going to be a pretend fence, and then I just did some little running stitches. It's made the fabric a bit tight. I think I've done it a bit tight, but what I'm going to go in and do is maybe just put a little bead in the centre of the little daffodils, and I'm just going to go and put some stitches in between the colours here. I've got yellow on my thread, and what I was doing was just going in and filling in this one here. So I was just going to finish off that just to hold the fabric down. Now I do have scissors. Going to put a knot in here. That's my messenger going off. I've got to go and pick up something shortly, and so I sort of quickly pop on. So what I was just going to do here was do some stitches along the, I don't even know if it's called a river, to hold it in place. So I don't want to stitch the whole fabric. Oh, and I did some blue little stitches here. I can bring you down a little bit. I think you might be just a little bit too far. There we go. How does that work? It's a bit better, isn't it? So I was going to say I'm putting some stitches in here just to hold it down. Just doing a bit of back stitch. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I call it. I just put some stitches in. Sometimes I forget. I'm not used to calling everything by their names. Just do the stitch. I watched the lovely Dawn on her video this morning. Gosh, she's got a lovely video. Her ideas are awesome. And then Corinne's making that beautiful, she's starting a quilt series with her lovely fabrics from Rachel. Sally's done a lovely job on her, she's got on her video, she's done a lovely job on her wildflowers. And also Loving Kate from the nest. She's changed it from the journal nest just to the nest. I think I ordered some, no, I did order some fabrics from Rachel, and I'm waiting for them to come. My husband's gone to the UK, like I said, so I'm going to be waiting for my goodies to come back, and then that will be a big video about all my goodies that I've got. I just went and bought some this morning quickly, thinking, oh gosh, I'll get that to the address in the UK where his auntie is, and then I don't have to worry about paying stupid high postage. Sometimes I like to try and just feed the fabric through on the back side, but obviously not catch it on that side there like that. It can go in my thread jar, and I've changed everything around. I don't know what temperature is it today. It's let me see. Oh, my watch is not working. Oh, there we go. It's 20, but gosh, it felt like about 16 this morning when I got up, and that was a bit cool. All right, so I've done that there. Maybe I might just do a little bit of stitching in that there. This was an old lavender from a de-stash thing. This person's done some lavender, so I thought that was lovely. I'll put that on there. That was the piece I did. I was going to use Rachel's swatch, but I decided that when I laid this down, it was going to cover up most of it, so it was a bit of a waste of fabric, a waste of lovely fabric, because it's going to be hidden. And the other day I showed you I did the stamp with the Tim Holtz one. I'll get out and show you. That's it there. I didn't work out that well, but it doubled up. So what I decided to do was just use it under there. I think I might just cut that back a bit. It's okay to be rough because it's just going in a little journal. Might just stretch it over there. Be right. And what I did with this one is, I know I showed you I drawed on here, but what happened was, you can see the bit of the purple there, the air dry from this air eraser hasn't finished air erasing. So I got the hair dryer and I thought I would hair dry it and come off, but then it hair dried all my drawings that I used my friction pen, which was this one here. So now I have to draw it all back again. But what I'm thinking of is I might just use a piece of calico to draw my picture on. So at least, I know I haven't put that on there, but I could just undo that and lift that up there, and then that would at least get rid of the whole lot. And because you can still see the pen from the thing. So this was the Everlasting, which was on this side, which is, you know, showing you that picture there. Now I'm not in camera, so I'll zoom you back out again if I can do that. Oh. There we go. So there, that's going here on that side. And where's my other picture? I said I couldn't find the picture of the poppy, so I found it here. So that was the picture there of the poppy, and that was going here. And then I had free hand drawn I keep thinking it's a cornflower. Is it in my notes? Cow parsley. So that sort of is going to go up into there, but I'm going to do that on that on this piece of calico. So all right, I'm going to leave it here, and I will come back on with another little video on the at the end of this one. Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to finish off the Roxy Journal of Stitchery Summer Wildflowers. In my last video, I think I just put this down. I had this and my lavender little panel, and I had a different fabric under here, which was I showed you Rachel's, part of Rachel's fabric here, but I decided not to do that. I think I already showed you, I can't remember now. So I stuck that under there, and that's fine. I've blanket stitched all the way around there. I've done some seed stitching in a variegated yarn. I finished that. Just about to put some little French knots along here in the pond of water, I assume. And I've got to do some daisy stitches. I think I might just put some beads in the center of that. And I did a little bit of seed stitching in there. And I think I said I put a fence along there. It's a little bit tight for the fabric. I think it's pulling it in, but that's fine. So let's get back to this. Today is the day where they bring out the next prompt, and I'm still trying to finish mine. What I wanted to share with you before I start, let's put that over there, is my, I don't know what I've done with it now. This here was some, pansy flowers, I think, and I just did it on here. That's what I think I did. I did have something else to show you, and of course it's in the other room now, isn't it? I'm just going to stop the video and come back. I found what I'm looking for. Yesterday I had some leftover fabric and I needed to put a strip down here for wildflowers. So I had some tea that my daughter had given me years ago, and it had expired, so I didn't really want to keep using it. And I forgot all about it, so I put it back in the cupboard and I found it. And I'd like to try and, you know, do a little bit more. I'm finding I'm interested in more dyeing fabrics. So what I did was I put it into 2 containers. I'll actually get them out of the cupboard. I have to be careful I don't spill them. Okay, so it came from these Goanna Hut Native Bush Tea, this one here, and this purple one. And so this had, I'll tell you what's in them. Green tea, rosalia flower, pomegranate, and lily pilly. This one is green tea, lavender, and blue pea. So I put them in water and in these takeaway containers, and I let it sit. I'll see if I can open it without spilling it. So that's the purple one. What these containers are like. You try and get the lid off and it goes everywhere. That's the pink one. So obviously that's that one, and oh, you can't see. So that's what they are there. And this is the purple one. I'm not going to edit the video because if you couldn't see, I'll just move it down. So they belong to them. So what happened is I got my fabrics. I just did a little bit of calico on one, and the fabric that I used for this here, I'll put the lids back on because I can just see myself having them go everywhere. Right, on they go, and I'm going to move them way over the back here. So what I did was I just put the fabric in and let it sit. This is the original fabric of this, and this is, I think this is calico, I'm not actually sure. So that was the pink, and that was the purple one, and that was the original colour of the white. So you can see that this took fantastically. So I ripped a piece off and put it into my strip here for wildflowers, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't think that's going to go in, but I just wanted to show you what you can do with dyeing your fabric, or any sort of fabric. If you don't know that already, there's something to look into, and if you do, that's great. And then what I did was I got my pink geraniums from the garden, and my pink geranium is over 20 years old. I'm just going to see that you can see what I'm doing. Just move you now. I was just making sure I was recording. I didn't think I was recording. So what I did was I got the geraniums, and I can put a picture in, but the phone has taken the picture of them, make them look orange, but they're actually pink. And you can see I did baking paper. I put the fabric down. I laid all the geraniums back on there. I folded the baking paper over, and I got my rolling pin and I rolled it and squished it into the fabric. And then what I did was I got the fabric in the baking paper, and then I rolled it like this, and then I just got the rolling pin and I rolled it again. You can see there's a bit of geranium there, and that's what it turned out. Now I don't know how I got the purple in there, or even this little bit of, but I have a feeling it came from the plant itself, with the juices that the plant, maybe the what's that, the thing that the stamen, is it, the bits that maybe the bees, the pollen part of it, if it's got pollen in it. So I did that, and then I took it all off, and then I rolled it into a little ball, and then I stamped it. I actually just pushed it into the crocheted edge, and that's what it came out like. Hasn't come out too bad. Obviously it looks a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but it's just something I wanted to try, and this can be just used for something, decoration in your project. I said I did this, but I can't remember where the purple came from. I'm really not sure. I just can't remember. So if I remember, I'll tell you. So my project for the Summer Wildflowers is cow parsley, the poppy, and these are paper daisies, or the everlastings. Now at the moment they're a bit squished, but I did manage them to get them flat, and I was going to embroider the flowers there, but I've decided I'm going to just do the stems with some leaves and pop these on. I might put some glue on the back to maybe hold the petal, or hold it down in place. I probably won't do that off camera, because if it doesn't work, then I'm not wasting time trying to figure out how to work it. But I can show you again in the end result with it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do a picture, because the new prompt's coming out, so yeah, I'm not sure. I can just show you again when I do eventually get it done. I find slow stitching great. It really does actually. I really actually do slow stitching. I'm very slow at doing this. I'm a quick person. I like to get things done, quickly do this, quickly go to the shops, get home, you know, all that sort of stuff. But I find I'm not very quick at doing embroidery, or I can't do this fast like some people, and I'm fine with that. So, and this yellow one I found out in the petals just about to come off that. I found this out in the curbside growing somewhere, so I was just able to get a flower off it. Now these dry, when they die or they get dried out from after they're flowered, these are actually the seeds. I think these are, the seeds are there somewhere, but I'm not sure if it's under there for that one. And these ones, I think it's the petals, but I'm not entirely sure. But I really love them. They're really cute. For my cow parsley, my inspiration came from Sally from Dottie B Vintage, and she did her cow parsley, so I did stem stitch up here, and then I did some running stitch, stem stitch, running stitch. I did copy what she did a little bit, but I changed mine with just a little bit of the colour because I've never done it before. So I didn't want to think that I could just do it out of my head. I actually wanted to find out what other people were doing. And I think that's okay because that's the only way we learn. So I did that with this colour. I don't know what the colour of the... I do have my little bag here. This is, it says A781, but when I went to look at it for anchor, it wasn't the right colour, so I don't actually know. Excuse me. They came from a D-stash embroidery threads, so I don't know. So I just did off-white, and I did some crosses, and I did put some white French knots in there, and then I just used white beads to try and just give that little bit of a contrast. This one's a little bit bunched up. I could have spread it out a little bit, made it a bit taller, but I think it's a baby one, and it hasn't quite grown. So, you know, as it grows taller, they'll spread out, and, you know, you've got your openness to the flowers there that create the cow parsley. I'm yet to do this one. This one is going to be the yellow, and what this one is, I thought I had I did think I had the stem that went with that. The stem's different to this. These have leaves, and they're a lot closer together, whereas the yellow one that I saw the stem of, no, I thought I might have had it in the bin, but I don't. They're quite long, so I've just got to fix up that and then do some long stems, and then that would be the yellow one. I'm putting it in there. This is an afterthought, whereas these two here were already done. My power went off today, so I had no power all day, and I had to fix these up because they were just too close to the edge, and I thought, oh, I can't use my hairdryer, because you can use your hairdryer to take the friction pen away. I couldn't use my iron, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't know how to get something hot. And then one of my light bulb moments, very rare, I got a knife from the kitchen. I've got gas, so I heated up the gas, and I put the flame on and heat the knife, and I just pretend this is the knife, so this is hot, and then I was able to disappear the friction pen because it works on heat. And so I was quite happy about that. And so I rang up my friend and said, oh, I've thought of something really inventive. And she had to laugh. She laughed her head off as well. So up the top here, I'm going to stamp in summer. And then December is sort of more of our summertime. I'm going to leave these, obviously these go over here. I'm going to leave this here. I think I might write some words in there. I could put everlasting, and I'll put the names of the flowers here, or I could put them along the side or over the top there like that. I'm just going to seed stitch this down. I'm not doing too much to that. And like I said, this is nearly finished. And I have the other big everlastings, and I was going to put them there. But what's happened is, because they've been in the bag, these, when rain comes and the sun's not out, they actually close up. So, I don't know what's happened, but I think the baby one's popped itself in here. It has too, look. So, being in the bag, they've actually closed up, and they were actually flat like that, and now they've closed themselves up. So I could actually put them out in the sun and see if they close up, but they were my originals, thinking that it wasn't going to work. So I'm just going to put them back in the bag. And then this morning I spilled all my beads all over the floor, so I had to get the vacuum cleaner and clean that up. And what else happened today? I couldn't find my bead needle. I'm thinking I bought a whole pile, and they were actually in the container where the beads were. Now the other day I mentioned some books. I can't remember if I mentioned some books, but here are 3 books that I have purchased just recently from the same purchaser, the lady. That's her name. I'm not going to pronounce it because I don't want to embarrass myself and get it wrong. But these have the drawing design on the back. And then as you go along, she tells you where to get the flower and go to that page. And then she even, so we'll do this page 76. Wild aster. That's not wild aster there. Maybe it's meant to be 77. So, oh, it says see page 76. Oh, for all of them. I see what you mean. So yes, that's it there. So basically that page there is referring to that. This page here, I think, yep, is referring to this page, which is very illustratedly done. And it tells you the DMC flosses that she used. So that's a good thing if you have your DMC floss with your numbers on them. Some people do, some people don't. I have a mixture. And then she tells you that you've got French knots in the middle, a lazy daisy, 1 straight strand for the bee, a lazy daisy, satin stitch. And this was shown on Rachel. She showed it at the first book, and I actually did find this in my library, and I ummed and ahed about it, and I took it back. And then when Rachel saw it, I went, oh, that's the book that I borrowed from the library. And I decided to just get the book. Now, isn't that lovely? Absolutely lovely. And they look so easy to do. Tea of Heaven. Oh, 66. Let's have a look at that. I'm going out tonight for my dinner because tomorrow is my birthday. So I'm going to have a lovely day with the kids with breakfast in the morning, and then I'm going to get on the phone later and speak to my husband because he's in the UK. So that's it there. So it tells you everything you need to know of how to do that. Use 2 strands of 315 as couching thread for number 5 as base thread. There you go. So I don't know what order they're in, but I bought this one first, then this one, and this one. I ordered 2 together, but this one came, and this one came today, and this one came yesterday. So I'm very happy with that. This is, I was going to say scroll through. This is just the garden flowers. I haven't actually had a proper look at this one. Now this is, I don't know whether these flowers are just where this lady lives or whether she's just chosen these because she likes them. I don't actually know, but gosh, look at that. Let's see page 79. Let's go to 79. I want to see what that is. 79. French knots in the middle there. Straight stitch, woven. I don't know what that means. Woven -8 C.3 core stitches. Don't know. Maybe you do it in 3 parts. I do not know, but that's something you could look up. I'm sure the internet somewhere would tell you. Yeah, that says the same. It's a woven something or other. There, zinnia. It's native to Mexico. Its height is 7 to 30 inches and it blooms between July to October. There you go. And she tells you all of her thread things. She has other books, but I wasn't interested in those. But isn't that lovely? Oh, look at that. Just exactly what you wanted. There's my poppy. Tried to do, I know I wanted a really red poppy with mine, and I wanted just the edge on mine. So I did black with some French knots and the tiniest little bits of stem in there. And then I just got a colour of yellow and popped some yellow bits in. I'm really happy with that. I'm not so happy with this one. It looked better when the friction pen was around the shape. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that. So if anybody can tell me how I would shape this so I could see like an outline. I don't really want to put black though, because I don't really think black's going to work. It's just, I don't think I'm going to do any stitching today. I'll do just a little bit of talking and tell you exactly what I'm doing with my my piece. And then Arty Farty Annie, she's bringing out a new I don't know if you call it a prompt, theme, her stitching squares. And it starts in October and runs till December. So if you put black around there, you're going to see the black, aren't you? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how to fix that. It was better with the, I should have just left the outline of the friction pen there, because it actually looked nicer. The head of the poppy. And I've just got to do that. So I might get my idea out of, was it this book here? The poppy? Yeah, there. Ready to bloom. So that would be my inspiration for that. I shall use my fabric paper, my fabric for a bookmark, just to put that there. So that's all I can really tell you. I've got some purchases I did purchase, but I'm going to wait for another time for that. And I'm just about, well, I will be finished at some point. I've got other things to make while everyone's gone to the UK. I've got curtains to make, and for some of my friends. I'm trying to get my other one finished, but it's slow stitching, and I'm definitely having it, and it's definitely being slow with me. This is definitely slow. I'm not finding it frustrating at all. I do find it a little bit frustrating that I haven't caught up to what I'm doing with my videos. But if we all do it all in one time in the beginning, then there's nothing for us all to watch. So I can hear my cat. Milky! He's a bit like Corinne's lovely cat Fudge. I think he's a Himalayan. We got him as a rescue cat, and he just had a big operation the other day and got some teeth out. And he's so funny. Now, I wanted to show you something. I can't take a photo of it. I can't show you on the video because it's over on the wall. But I know people don't like Temu, and that's fine. I do like it for some things. So I went on there and I looked at these plastic, they're made out of plastic, and it's wall art that you can stick on your window. So I'll take a photo of it, or I'll just get one off the internet, and it's just a bunch of flowers, like as if they're growing out in the garden, on my window with butterflies and a dragonfly, and it makes the window so lovely. And I feel like I'm in my own little garden, even though I can see my neighbour's house outside. It makes me feel like I'm in my own little garden. Okay, well, what's that? What's the time there? 22 minutes. That's okay, because I've got my other video to put on that I did before this one. So I want to say thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry it's not very interesting, but I just wanted to give you, I just wanted to show you what I'm doing with mine, And if you've taken away some ideas from mine, that's wonderful. And I'm looking forward to the next prompt, which is coming out today. And I've just realised something which is a bit devastating. I've just realised that I have put this down, all of this, on upside down. This is supposed to be up the top. How annoying. Why did I not see that before? What I might do is cut along there and stitch it on the top. So that is one thing that you should try and make note of, is which way you put your pages. And that's on, I thought it was on the wrong side. I am not going to unpick all of that. That is a lot to unpick. That's just too much. That would be just one of my little mistakes in my book. And maybe I can turn it into a different creation, or just leave it, because it's mine. It's no one's going to sell it. But anyway, let's get back onto what I was saying. I want to thank you very much for watching my video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I don't say it all the time. Hope I'm not going to say it all the time. And if you want to share my video to your friends, that'd be wonderful. And enjoy your stitching in whatever stitching projects you are doing. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.